So I wanted to have something with like Martin Scorsese energy and sound and lighting, and I'm tired. All right. I still wanted to share this story. I like talked to ChatGPT and made a whole script, and I'm like, yeah, but again, I'm tired, and I don't even feel like reading that. I don't know why, but I like to do that. Anyway, the whole point of this story is I'm gonna tell you the story, and then there will be a moral of the story. I'm gonna do my best to stay on track with ADHD. Like, okay. So I'm at work one day. I'm hating it. It's like 3:30. I get off at 5. It's like that last hour. You're like, so this is where we're at. This is where I'm at in my life. I'm over 40, and I'm a cashier. You know what? I'm grateful for that. I'm gonna still get my degree or get another degree, whatever. So I'm busy like in woe is me land. And then I didn't even see the kid because I was busy just like dissociating. And somebody jumps up like, "Here, ring this up," and I'm like, "Hmm," And then I was like still like slow with it, and they were like, hurry up, he's leaving," and I was like, "What?" And I was trying to hurry up and do it, and then he just snatched the tag off, and he was like, "Hey kid, here's this hat," and he got one too, and he like rung it up, and the parents were like, "No, no, no," and I was like, "Well, he already paid for it." And the kid put on the hat, right? I don't have a hat to put on, right? But that kid put on that hat like, bow. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yay. And the parents were like, oh, that's so nice. Thank you. And I was like, that is just touching and beautiful. And then he bought like a plushy rainbow and some other stuff. I look up, it's Pete Davidson. Yes, SNL Pete Davidson. And I didn't notice at the time until I slightly like Instagram stalked them. My bad. I just was like, what in the world and how did this happen in the middle on a Thursday in Pittsburgh? I was breathless. I didn't know what to say. I was like, just don't ask for money. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be like, I really wanted to say, and I like to ask people this, whatever their, professional field is, whatever they're great at. If you, when you first started out, if you had a time machine, what would you tell yourself? That's the question I really wanted to ask. But anyway, I was just like, I didn't say all that. I was just like, whoa. Well, actually, I didn't say that either. I'm going to leave that in there. I looked up and up and up, and I'm like, and he had this hat on, and he was like with the tall, pretty lady, and I'm 5'3", and they're like 7'10", and I'm looking up, and I'm like, "Did people ever say you look like Pete Davidson?" And he was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Are you Pete Davidson?" And he was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Cool. That's crazy that I'm seeing you here." And yay, like I'm a whole over 40 comedian, and I people were telling me they don't want to hear my perimenopause jokes, and I've been doing this for a long ass time, and this was like this like it, and let's go back, and when he bought the hat, right? Before I knew it was him, okay? I was like, y'all just saved my faith in humanity just by seeing the little kid strut out with this hat. And then looked up and it was Pete Davidson. So this is how he saved my faith in humanity, both of them. Pete Davidson and his tall, beautiful lady. Um, so my dad passed. He was in the military. I looked up about Pete Davidson's dad and how he passed. Salute to them. Thank you for their service. And I'm sitting there, trying to keep it together and not have cry spells in the middle of the day, and ring people up for their. Anyway, and then they just like were so not. a dick. I was like, you're so nice. And then they were just like, well, there's a place for you. Her name is Elsie. I found that out later. And she was like, there's a place for you. And I was like, yeah, thanks. And he was like, yeah, and they were said something like, and we'll see you on a stage. And I was like, yada da 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 ba da ba da ba. Yeah. But that's not what I did. I actually just cried and I was like, thank you. And then I like made a TikTok post like, whoa, Pete Davidson just like saved my faith in humanity. Then when I lightly Instagram stalked, because apparently Facebook is for the older generations, is what my son said. So when I wasn't trying to stalk, I was just trying to like be like, wow, and yay, and I don't know what this means, but like there's no such thing as coincidence. I don't know if we're supposed to do dance moves or like collaborate, or if this was just a sign to keep going. I don't know. But I'm grateful for it. And I was feeling so low. And that kid was feeling low. That kid really wanted that hat and was about to cry. And it was an expensive ass hat if you don't have that much money and you're a kid. He put a smile on that kid's face, was like a domino effect to put a smile on my face. Then he bought some more cute shit for his lady, which put more smiles on I can't even talk. Calm down. On my face. And I was like, wow, she's tall and she's so slender except for in the tum-tum. And then I looked it up and they're having a baby. Congratulations. I was like, congratulations on your tall baby. I didn't know how to contact Pete, so I contact Elsie. Then I was like, I might seem a little stalkery, and I don't mean to, so I sent her a message, and her inbox was like, my bad. I'm so excited, and y'all like help restore my faith in humanity, because like, holy guacamole, okay? And like, again, my dad died. His dad died. I have mental health issues. He has mental health issues. I just thought like I was supposed to be bald on a mountain by myself. I'm like, you know what? That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to sit here and be a bald monk on the mountain, because I don't know, about if there's someone out there for me. And I'm 47, never been married. Anyway, he has been in the news and shit for dating like huge celebrity, whatever. And Elsie is a beautiful celebrity too. To me, she was just like a tall lady who was about to have a tall baby at the time. And I'm just like, wow, that was so nice. But it was like the calmness that they had together, it was so fluid. And then I was okay, it was also like I looked up both of their sun signs, and I'm like, oh, so I think it's like Pisces and Scorpio, and like I'm like, water signs, ooh, no wonder y'all flow and mix. And like Pete got away from the Kardashian, and I'm sure Ariana, I don't know, I've had a couple relationships that weren't like that. Somebody gave me a number on a dating app, and it was to a homeless shelter, and I had to question my life and what I'm doing. But I was just like, yes. And I had this little winter warrior goddess thing that I made a long time ago, and I made a little trophy to myself to keep going. And I'm like, I just want to show my sons that like you can be artistic, and you can be a single mom, and you can be a statistic, and you can be all these things and still be successful and still follow your dreams. And I was feeling like poo with a fly on it. Okay, I was crying in my mind, and literally, I don't know why I'm still holding this, and literally at work. And boom. And then other people in the line were like crying too. It was just like a beautiful, touching moment. So I hope this helps someone. I hope this helps restore someone's faith in humanity, because you literally have no idea how just being kind to someone, one encouraging word, might truly save someone's entire life, let alone their whole day. Keep going, y'all. We got this. We got this.